Welcome to MB Products. My name is Jonathan Hill and I'm here to introduce you to the range of National Motor products. We're going to show today 6 specific products that have been manufactured for the motor industry, which is the automotive body repair shops, valeting shops and MOT stations and other associated areas that use the product. These are multitask products, very inexpensive, but of very high quality. And the idea of these specific products is to save money, which will save time as well. And I think what we should do to start with is to move on to the first product. And I think that's what we shall do now. The first product I'd like to introduce you to is A-grade car polish. This product can be used in body shops as a finishing glaze, or it can be used as a second-hand car polish, which I'm going to show you now. The beauty of this product is that it can be used in direct sunlight, it can be used in damp conditions, it doesn't go powdery, which a lot of products do, and it can be used in the body shop environment because it will not give off silicons. This product also can be used in the commercial market as well, for commercial cabs, etc. But just to show you how it's used, it's very, very simple, most like any other polishes. You just put a small amount into the small area of the cloth that you're going to polish with and simply apply the product in circular motions over the area that you wish to polish. And whilst putting the product on, you'll find that it will not in any way, shape or form dry off. It stays simply because it has an oil base to it and not a coconut oil base to it, which most other polishes do. And the other interesting part about it as well, a lot of you might find interesting, is that you can also go over black mouldings with it. This often is the case whilst you've been compounding the vehicle and a lot of the compound flies over all to the black areas. You can use this for removing it. The other thing as well is you can go for lunch, you can go for half a day's holiday if you really want to, but you can come back and the product itself will not have gone hard, and you can take the product off again with a lovely soft cloth and you'll find there's no dust, simple, easy to take off, and indeed you can do the same over the mouldings as that won't have gone white. This product truly is our best-selling product. Absolutely magnificent, and with that product you can almost sell it anywhere. And with that I think we should move on to the next product. The second product I'm going to show you is called Multi-Cleanse. Multi-Cleanse is a product that can be used for an additive to the washer bottle. It can be used as an interior cleaner on vinyl and on fabrics. It can be used for degreasing doorstops, but it is the most magnificent window cleaner. Now, to show you exactly how it works, I'll just step inside to the car. On the dashboard, and this happens in many body shops, there is a dust layer all over the interior of the car. Many of it, or lots of it, is actually blown out with an air hose, but residue is left, and then the little areas in between, it's a very difficult dust, if you like, to remove without it coming through again. Multi-Cleanse is in a fine mist. You simply put it on the dashboard and you simply wipe it off. It gives no shine. All it does is just takes the surface of the dust off. You can also then use it because it's in your hand and you want to quickly clean the car. You can also use it in the doorstops and along the paint surface. Now this is very useful because this can also always be done all in one go. Can you see that? It just whips the dirt off straight away, and it's got a solvent in it which makes it dry out very quickly as well. Another fantastic use for it as well, that's quite nice because I put my foot on it, so that'll be a nice little dirt to get off as well. All we do here is we just spray a little bit on the carpet. Remember, this can be on any of the seats, any of the fabric inside the car, but this will actually give you a good example. Again, takes lots of dirt off, multi-purpose. That's what people want in body shops. That's what people want when they're cleaning the car. Something that is multi-purpose, and this really does the trick. Unfortunately, I can't exactly show you to put it in the washer bottle, but I think that's a simple job. I think you'll find that's very useful. Let's move on to the next product. We're back to MultiCleanse again, simply because I've forgotten to tell you the most important thing that this product does. It's the most fantastic window cleaner. I'll just illustrate this to you now. You can use this product in very hot conditions or cold conditions. When it's applied, even on a hot day outside, it won't flash off until you move the cloth over the actual window. So we simply put a very small amount on the window, apply it, it evaporates very, very, very quickly. And then to put it on the outside, simply the same application, and again you could see it just dripping down, but outside in hot conditions, as soon as you wipe it, it takes the dirt and evaporates all at the same time. And this is how we remove it. And what you'll find is it'll give you an absolutely crystal clear vision. And believe it or not, you can use it at home on all the surfaces and windows, but specifically for the motor trade, it's very good for this. Let's move on to the next product. Hard Surface Cleaner is one of our most versatile products. One of its greatest assets is it is a non-acidic wheel cleaner. Not only will it do that, but you know, in the summer when you get those dreadful flies all over the front of the bonnet and the front of the car, one squirt of this, one wipe, and it comes straight off. We don't have any flies to show you today, I'm afraid, but believe me, it does work. It can also be used 10-to-1 as a very, very heavy shampoo, and also in MOT stations can be used as a degreaser for any mechanical parts as well. But let me show you how it works on an alloy wheel. We simply spray it on, a section there. You will find this has got all sorts of dirt on it, including areas which normally will get brake dust, etc. This will take it off very simply, but what you would normally do is you'd use a steam cleaning operation. You'd spray it on for say 2-3 minutes, spray it off with a hot steam cleaner, and literally all the brake dust will just fall off it. I'll just wipe it off to show you what happens. Now it's simple to come off, it's non-acidic, it's non-caustic, which means it doesn't hurt your hands, you can do it without gloves, and brings up an extremely efficient cleaning surface. Now as you can see there, down there, it just falls off, the dirt's still down there, but this product is truly fantastic. And if you use this in any of the areas, whether it be commercial, whether it be automotive, simply valeting, car hire, any of these areas you can use it in. And one final thing is you can use it as an additive in a steam cleaner for a truck wash on the bottom part of the car. Let's move on to the next product. Top Shine, an exceptional product for vinyl and leather inside the car and also the mouldings outside the car. The beauty of this product is that you can give the panel a shine, mid-shine, or just a hint of a shine. But what it also does, it gives a lovely aroma within the car. So in a body shop, for instance, where there's all sorts of nasty aromas in there, what this does is once it's applied, it's fresh. You can't smell the body shop. It's wonderful. And this is how it's applied. You don't need a great deal of it, just a small amount. Alright, and we can then apply that to the surface lightly, and if you wanted to, because it's not greasy, you can in fact just leave it. If you don't want to, and you want to have a very dull shine, you just wipe it off. But just for this purpose, let's put another one on. Let's give it a good shine, because it isn't greasy, and it just gives you a really nice look to it. See how you put that on there? And you can leave that on. You can buff that up with a nice soft cloth later on, and it does give you the luster. Now also, of course, you can do the outside. And the outside is over these mouldings. When it rains, and many of the products that are used like this, it goes and turns into white streaks down the outside of the moulding. On this product it doesn't, and all we do is simply wipe it over and leave it. Gives you a fantastic finish. Again, if you don't want a real high shine, all you do is simply wipe the residue off. But the beauty of this is it's not greasy. It's a fantastic product. That's Top Shine. Let's move on. Rubber Cleanse is a very effective product to be used in the body shop for removing compound dust on black mouldings. It is also an exceptional product for using on tyres to bring them back to the original look. It's an oil-based product, and if I might show you this, and a clear product. It doesn't affect the paintwork in any way, shape or form, new or old. And we normally apply this by brush, and we take it off with a very clean cloth. Too many people have the idea of actually getting an old cloth that they find lying around somewhere, wipe it off and say, oh, this doesn't work. It doesn't work because they're putting more dirt on than they're actually taking off. So that's a good point to remember. But this is an absolutely clear liquid, as you can see. And if we turn to see the wing mirror over here, you'll see that it actually has compound stains all over it. On many cars, and I'm talking about some really old cars, you have some very faded bumpers, mouldings and so on. This will bring the moulding back to original. All you do is put a small amount on, but you must apply it with a brush. And all you do is simply go into the crevices, go over the whole of the area. It doesn't matter how liberally you put it on. You don't want it dripping all over the place. The whole moulding. The great thing about this, you see, it doesn't affect the paintwork at all. If that was heavily impregnated, you'd leave it for perhaps 5 or 10 minutes. If it's not too bad, you leave it on for 30 seconds, as I will do, and you simply then just wipe it off, and this is what you do. You take the rag, you simply wipe off the residue, if I could get right in there, but I can't, I'd need a screwdriver for that, but it comes back absolutely as new, and you will find there will be absolutely no reappearing of the residue in hot weather or later on in the afternoon or later on in the day. A fine product. But it also does tyres, and let me show you this. Again, we put on a small amount on the brush, and I'll do a section of the tyre just to illustrate what I'm saying. You'd simply put it on the tyre like that. Now, because it is oily, you do have to wipe it off. But the idea is to bring the tyre back to original, and that's what this does. It takes off a minute surface of the tyre, of the rubber, and what happens then is that it'll dry off to an original colour, and as you can see, it gives a fantastic finish. Those are the two areas that Rubber Cleanse is used for, the two very, very important areas in the body shop. That's Rubber Cleanse. Let's move on. Rubber Bright. When dressing a tyre after it's been valeted or after there's been bodywork on the vehicle, sometimes, particularly in a body shop, you want a product that's going to work quickly, efficiently, and in any conditions. And this is what this product does. Rubber Bright is a product that you can spray onto a tyre when it's wet, when it's dry, and it will give you a consistent finish. It's water-based, so it will fade over the 2 or 3 days that it's left. It's meant basically for preparing vehicles prior to customers collecting their vehicles. Let me just show you how it works. First of all, I'm going to have to use this bottle of water for my rain, so I shall put this on half the tyre just to show you that it covers water as well as dry tyres as well. What we do is we just spray that with water, okay, and then what we will do is cover it with Rubber Bright, and it's very quick, very simple and very easy and very efficient. That, as a tyre, will stay like that for 4 or 5 minutes. Then it'll just mat down to a very, very, very shiny stroke matte finish, but looks absolutely perfect. We can also do mouldings, and this moulding here, you could go straight over that. That too will dull down and give you a fantastic finish. It won't wash off, it just fades away. Rubber Bright, an incredibly efficient product to use in the body shop or in a second-hand body shop when handing the vehicle back to the customer. Rubber Bright. The next product. This is MB Coatings' compound system. This system, which I will demonstrate to you, is equal to any of the competition in the world today and less expensive. Of the products here, we've got medium, fine and coarse compound. In today's competitive market, particularly in paint, the finish in paint is so important, and many people need a compound that is soft, in inverted commas, on the paint, but aggressive in getting a fantastic finish. And this is what these products are. They have an industrial oil in all 3 compounds. And that industrial oil ensures there is no powder content that requires any sort of lubrication by water, perhaps the odd little bit, but it doesn't dry up, and it follows on almost from the A grade that we said earlier, but they're far coarser. Obviously they have no wax in them, but they bring up a fantastic finish. 1500 flatting paper, you use coarse compound. 2000 flatting paper, you can use medium compound. And those very, very fine, tiny little scratches on dark paintwork, you just can't quite get it in, can't get them out. Use fine compound. The whole trio is just a fantastic system, and I'm going to demonstrate it right now. Here we have the flatting water, absolutely dead straightforward, and in the flatting water we actually have flatting paper 2000, and we have flatting paper 1500. I shall use the 1500 because I want to show you what actually happens when we use that in conjunction with our coarse compound. To start with, this is our old favourite hard surface cleaner. Hard surface cleaner can be used as an additive to flatting water to destroy any silicons that are actually in the paintwork or on the surface of the paintwork. So we just put a tiny little bit of this in here. You hardly need any at all. It's a fantastic product, of which you've seen earlier. The 1500 paper, which we're going to be using here, will fold up and begin flatting. I've been flatting for a couple of minutes. It's nicely dried off now, so we're going to start compounding. The compound I'm going to use is our coarse compound, which is used in conjunction with 1500 flatting paper. If we had used 2000, I'd be using medium. Fine is our finishing compound. The difference with the compounds that we have at the moment is that these can be used on fresh or old paintwork. As you can see, this is old paintwork, but on fresh painted surfaces, these products are fantastic, and you will see equally as good on fully cured paintwork. This is how we use the course. We do it in the normal way. A small amount onto the surface of the paint. As you can see, this is dry, and we don't need any water with it, with other brands you normally do, which actually stops the splatter and actually allows the cleaning up a very more easy process. We simply spread it over the affected area, and then as you'll see with the coarse compound, even on a dark black colour like this, it will still leave a considerable shine, as you can see here. Now that is a shine with no wax in it whatsoever. And normally, on a vehicle such as a dark blue or a black, you can get that very, very, very fine misting, or the slight holograms. What you would use for that is the fine compound, and that would remove those swirls, it would remove those holograms. And I'm going to use this on here anyway. I'm just going to obviously change the pad over, simply because this has got a lot of the compound on. Now normally in body shops, I appreciate most people listening to this would say, we always use the same one. You can do, but I'm just trying to explain the difference between the products. You can use that pad if you really wanted to. Right, this is the new pad. We just put a small amount, and I mean just a small amount of the fine compound on the surface, and again smear it over. You really don't need too much of this. You'd smear that over the surface. Now you will have noticed that no water has been used in this process so far, and the most important thing is to realise that the effect of these products happens in the first 15 to 20 seconds when it hits the surface. A lot of people on compounds lean on the compound machine, moving it around very heavily. You don't need that. Light strokes and it comes up beautifully. We'll just take the top surface of this off now, just to show you what finish we've got. And the final action that we have here is to put, I suppose you know things as final glaze or finishing glaze or somebody's final wax coating. This is our final glaze. This is A-grade car polish, the one we saw earlier on, and this is fantastic because you put this on in a very small quantity on the top of the surface. Nice easy action, nice soft cloth, no powder content whatsoever. That's the important thing, which means you get no smearing and absolutely no scratching. Now I could leave that on this paintwork, go off again, come back an hour later, and you take this off, no dust, it'll just give you the most fantastic finish. Now if I could finally reiterate on this polishing system, we haven't used the medium compound yet. That medium compound is a stunning product to use when you've freshly painted a vehicle and you've flatted it down. That product will bring fresh paint that has been flatted down by 15 or 2000 to a finish. So the final thing to say about this range of products is that we've got a compound system that will compete with any other compound system in the world. I don't care what they throw in front of us, we've got the products to deal with it. Our finishing compound system. Thank you. Well, you've seen all the products. You've seen our frontline products, which are these 6 here, and of course our compound system. This of course is a multitask system. As a company we do many more products, approximately 20-25, and a different selection in all areas of cleaning, valeting and refinishing for body shops. I hope you'll be using these products in the future. They are quality, they're inexpensive, and one of the main things are they're efficient to use, and that always makes life much easier. So what I'd like to say to you is thank you for looking at this. I hope you'll be using National Motor products. If you need to contact us, please do so, because we can give you your local distributor. Thank you so much. Goodbye.